Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Jenny Lay, family medicine physician and mom of two. Today I'm going to talk to you about all the common mistakes that people make when they are making New Year's resolutions and goals, and some tips on how to overcome these challenges and become successful in reaching our goals. Specifically today, we are talking about health and wellness, fitness. The most common New Year's resolution is changing your health, changing your diet, or something along those lines. So if you're interested, then let's get started. So the most common mistake that people make is that they try to change everything at once. So if you were having a normal diet where you would eat out occasionally, still indulged in like all the desserts and pastas and rice, and then you change your diet 180 and then only eat chicken, broccoli, brown rice, and white fish, you are going to be miserable. So I see people clear out everything in their pantry to try to get into like this new diet, right? So like in my pantry right now, I have Gushers, chips, more chips, marshmallows, Oreos, Cheez-Its, more open chips, Pringles, which is a type of chip, brownies, seriously, more chips. What I'm trying to say is that you don't need to give up everything that you love in order to achieve a healthy diet. There's no such thing as one diet being better than another. There is nutrition where you can get nutrients, vitamins, and all your essential things from the things that you eat, like vegetables, fruits, protein. But there's no specific right way of eating as compared to another. Yes, Oreos will not give you much nutritional value, but I would argue that sometimes Oreos brings me happiness and it brings me joy. And so if I say that I can't eat chips and that I will not eat chips, not allow myself to eat chips, you will eventually indulge, you will binge, and you will eat more than you normally would. Because that is all psychology, where if you are unable to think about something or you're forced not to think about something, you think about it more. So, what do we do instead? My solution for you, and what I personally tell my patients, is that if you are trying to lose weight, it is ultimately down to a calorie deficit. You will get the most bang for your buck with changes in your diet, but we want to do it slowly and sustainably. So what you do is that you would track your food on an app. I like MyFitnessPal because it's easy, and you track it without judgment or change for at least a week. Your diet will fluctuate from day to day, but on average, you will eat the same amount of calories within a week. And so once you find what your normal calorie intake for the week is, and you divide that into like the days, how many calories average you eat per day. So then after you figure that out, you just reduce that by 300 calories. So that's like 6 Oreos that you wouldn't eat or something like that, specifically for me. I personally would not go under 1600 calories because your body needs 1200 calories on average just to live, just to sit here and talk and breathe, to maintain bodily function, like moving your diaphragm to breathe and your heart beating and digesting food. All those things require energy and fuel that you get from eating. So depending on your size, your resting metabolic rate and your calorie intake is a lot higher. So that's why I say like just track your food, see how much you're eating, and just cut down by 300. The goal is to lose half a pound to a pound a week, and that is actually a lot because I don't even lose that in a week. If you want to change the way your body looks and change your body composition, then resistance training is the way to go. The mistake that people make is that they try to go from 0 days at the gym to 4 or 5 or even 6 or 7 days at the gym. You will burn out so quickly and you won't come back for months or maybe sometimes even years. And so it is better to start off slow and work your way up to things that you like to do. The science tells us that consistency is key. So finding an exercise that you like, whether that be just walking your dog, walking your little humans, going on hikes, dancing, swimming. I like resistance training. I don't like so much cardio, and that's how I build my exercise regimen. So do what you find that you enjoy and stick to it. What I recommend personally for my patients is that everyone has a phone nowadays, and your phone usually tracks your steps. If you don't have, like, say, a health watch, like a Fitbit or an Apple Watch, I would tell them, look at your phone, see how many steps you get on average for the day. And your goal should be to double that average. So that in itself increases your NEAT, which is your non-exercise activity thermogenesis, helping you be more active, burn more calories without feeling like it's an actual workout. Tip number 2 is that you can start some sort of training after you mastered your diet, but you can start like just doing 3 days a week. I would do like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then have the weekend off, or you can do it any sort of split, but try not to take 3 days off at a time. So when I first started, I just followed YouTube videos, random things, just to get my body moving. And then when I got better and then started exercising more, then I got tempo. And so there's always room to grow. Starting is the hardest part. All done with my workout. Another reason why New Year's resolutions fail is because we don't stick to them long enough. We end up giving up because we don't see change within the first few weeks or months or so. But if only we gave it a little bit more time, if we stuck to it a little bit longer, then maybe we would have seen change. I tell my patients, give it at least 3 months, right, of consistency before you're able to see change. It's like with anything, if you start birth control or you start thyroid medication, I tell them it takes at least 3 months for your body to reach this new equilibrium, stabilized state. So give it that much for your body to change. In the grand scheme of things, 3 months in your whole entire lifetime is not that long, but we are very impatient creatures. I know what you mean. We want results right now. So our solution, what is our solution to this? Let me think about that. So my solution for this is that try not to follow the trends or the fad diets such as keto, carnivore, vegan, whatnot. Find what it is that you love and that you can stick to, that you think, I can do this for a year, and stick to that, because consistency is key. Number 2 is finding some sort of accountability partner. I find that when you're in a group or a community where everybody is like-minded and who has inspiration the same as yours and goals and aspirations that are similar to yours, you support each other and lift each other up, and just being around that positive energy makes you want to achieve more and like reach more towards your goals. So this community can be that for you. You know, comment in the comment section some of your goals, and maybe other people have the same, and we can support each other through this. I am all ready to go to work today in my new scrubs. Aren't they so cute? Look at this. They're even high-waisted. Okay, anyways, I digress. But another reason why that a lot of us don't continue to pursue our goals or our resolutions is because it can be really overwhelming. We know that we want this, we want to be a millionaire or a doctor, but getting from point A, where we are now, to point B can seem so overwhelming that it paralyzes us in the process. My tip to you is break it down into smaller, digestible pieces. Do the things that you know you can do to slowly get there. So like for example, you want to lose 5% of your body weight to help improve metabolic health. And so if you just go from point A where you are now to point B, it's a lot, right? So focus on one thing first. I would say focus on your diet, and then you can focus on smaller, like what in my diet am I going to improve? You shouldn't improve everything at once, but say eating more vegetables. So how are you going to eat more vegetables? I'm going to learn how to cook them in a way that I like to eat them. And so finding new recipes and trying out new recipes maybe once a week, and then increasing my water intake. Instead of just drinking one bottle, maybe I'll drink 2 bottles or 3 bottles of water a day. So those are small changes that you can do in order to ultimately reach your bigger goal. And another thing that I have to mention, that once you are on this journey to health and wellness and all those things, the internet is kind of like a double-edged sword, because there is so much information out there. On one side of it, it's like information at your fingertips, and you can learn anything that you want, a lot of the things that you want, if you know where to look. On the other hand of the internet, it can tell you that you have cancer or to drink your own urine. So it's, you have to know where to look for information. Please look at reputable sources. If you have any concerns, follow the D for data. Follow the scientific data. Is there evidence behind anything that they're saying? So is there a research study that shows that carnivore diet is superior to other diets? And their answer is no, and it is not, and there are no scientific data showing that, or even like continuous glucose monitors and things like that. Anyways, I rant about these things, and it's so frustrating because I see people who come into my clinic and they have just believed all these things on their internet, and that's why they don't end up following their goals, because it's not science-based, it's unrealistic, they don't see results, and they kind of just give up. So that's all I had for this video. As a summary, remember, don't try to be too ambitious. Don't throw away everything in your pantry. Don't change your diet and your exercise goals all at once. Start slow and work your way up. Remember, consistency is key. Remember to give it enough time for your body to change. Your body didn't change overnight, so don't expect your small changes to your habit to change your body overnight either. It takes a while to develop these new lifestyle habits, but think of it as habits that you want to keep for the rest of your life, like eating more vegetables, drinking more water, laughing more, sleeping for longer periods of time, like 8 hours a night. And lastly, if you feel overwhelmed by any certain task, break it down into smaller pieces. Do the things that you can do now, one step at a time. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far to the end of the video, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps us out in the YouTube algorithm. If you haven't already, please subscribe. We put out new videos at least once a week, so you wouldn't want to miss them. And yeah, I'll see you guys again next week. Peace.